Okay, show creator. Not gonna lie, this is take 3 and think I've found some bugs. So this is the original show creator. This is on Mission Pinball. This, once you put it in your folder, will give you an exe, and all you gotta do is click on it. The old one, when you clicked on it, gave you show version 5, or when you saved off your show, it did show version 5, but for MPF 8, you need show version 6. So I modified the exe. So if you download this one, I called it Showcreator Update. It's on my Git, but if you just search it, you should be able to find it. I'll put links in this video. You're gonna need these two. It will overwrite obviously the old BMX file. You can obviously save that off or whatever. So yeah, so show creator. I just have it in my documents, made a folder for it. But first and foremost, to use show creator, you also have to have your monitor working. Currently, this is 573 dev 2 and my MPF is 8014 on this device. Um, and if you don't know how to use monitor, when you open all these windows, you get this little device guy here, shows you all your available items. But what we're shooting for is lights. So under your lights, you expand this and then drag what you want onto the playfield, where you want it on the playfield, and then you have to run it at least once. And what it'll do in your game folder in monitor, it'll output this YAML, which shows all your light locations. Take this YAML, copy it, put it in here just for ease of use. I made a folder and I actually made a bunch of different ones for each scenario of where I want lights. So it's kind of a pain to add and remove all your lights on here, but in the end, I think you can create a cleaner light show if you have separate YAML files to build off of. So once you get that ready, and then I know shapes have come up, so it comes with a bunch of base shapes already in there. You can add your own. These are 256 by 256 little tiny image files. So you can create and modify even the ones in here. I added different ones for just different scenarios. I was trying to do like little flickers, so that's what the fire's for. And then I love these spinning ones. So come back here, double click your exe. That will give you it wants you to open that monitor YAML. So if you keep them folder, like multiple games is all Tiki Tapu stuff, bunch of different ones in there. Come in here, and I want this new playfield light bar. That's the light bar I just added up here the other day. Open that. Here's your monitor. So now what I have discovered recently is there's an issue with when you make a new segment, it doesn't always want to give you the shape. The shapes are listed here. That's what this T does. The T changes the image, and you can just cycle through those as you need. You cannot go back, so if you miss the one you want, you got to go around the horn and go through them again. But all these, just grab them, move them, spin them. That's all these other keys. We'll get to that. So I am going to use the fade for this. All these weird ones I use for Tiki Tapu on my back glass. It was just easier to make little blocks. All right, I want this fade. So with this fade, I actually want it to fill the whole play field because I'm going to go from top to bottom and then back up again. So it's going to go up, down. So what we're going to do here is going to make this wider. So here you have S, X, and C to change the scale of your item. I don't really want to go taller, I just want to go wider, and I think that's S. If you hold Control and click S, it goes really fast. If you just hit S, it's just singular a little bit at a time, and then Shift S is backing up, making it smaller, or Control Shift S, really small. But we want full play field, so we're gonna go like that. So also moving your, we'll call it a sprite, your image sprite. If you click down here, it's gonna move. It's gonna move wherever you click. It always homes in the center of that image. So you can bring it off the screen this way, but you cannot bring it off the screen this way. It stops. So if you're doing left to right, right to left sequences, just be aware of that, that you can't bring this fully off the screen. Up and down works great. All right, so we want this up here. And if you notice over here, so we're on segment 0. This is our start position. If I click this again, it'll show me the finish position, which is this. And I want this down here, but I don't want to remake this or re-stretch this. I'm gonna go back to my start, which actually, let's change color. I want this to be pink. Just move these sliders. They're very hard to see. It's just a little line, but if you click anywhere on here, it'll jump to the mouse pointer. So I want magenta or hot pink as my start. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy current, because this is the current image we're on. And I'm going to click up here to go to finish. So here's our default finish. I'm going to paste finish. Now I have a pink finish. So my start is up at the top. My finish, I'm going to put all the way down at the bottom. So it goes through the play field. So now if I hit P right now, it will just be pink all the way through. And if you hit L, it shows you what it would look like on the inserts. I like it on top while I'm working on it. That's also down here. L is toggle shapes. P is play set. You can play segment if you just want to look at one of them. I basically use T, the rotation, the scaling. I don't use I, U, B, S, P, C. Like, I don't use any of that stuff. But I want the finish. So where I'm finish, I want this one to be green. So now, pink to green. Another thing, so it looks like it's going pretty fast. It actually does not go that fast once you put it in your game. There is a time delay here, which is listed as animation duration milliseconds, 1023. You can hit plus to slow it down or minus to speed it up. I just leave it in here. I don't even mess with it because sometimes it gets weird. You're better off just changing the speed in here, speeding it up in here, testing different speeds. I found it just works. It's less of a headache to just leave that alone and just change it in your code. All right, so now we have one segment. I want another one because I want this to go back up. So we're going to, over here, plus, we're going to add a segment. So now animation segment 1. So now this is where I've found the issue, and I don't know if it's with the newer monitor, if it's not talking correctly. So right here under shape, it says BG1. If I hit T, it is cycling through the photos. However, it's not giving us anything. So that's the problem I have found. So we're going to go back to segment 0. Since I want the same one anyway, I'm going to copy the whole segment, go back to 1, and I'm going to paste the segment. So now I have 2 segments. So if I do play, they actually run together. When you want to stack them, if you're going to do a sequence, so I want this to go down and up, you need to change concurrent to follow. See, now it's following it. It's going to do one down and the other one down. You can reverse the segment. So I want it to go down up. So I want my finish, which is down here, and my start is here. I want those flipped. So we're going to reverse the segment. Now my start is at the bottom and my finish is at the top. However, their fade goes the wrong way. That's okay. So we're going to take this one, start, which is our green now, and this re-rotate. We can use A. You can single click it, or you can do Control A and get it to whip around. Now it's too far, so you can do Shift A and just bring it back to where you need it. So now you could take your finish, which is this pink one, and you could rotate it, or this one's already rotated. So I can just go copy current and then paste finish. Move it up here to the top and make it pink because it's just that easy. So now if I hit P, it'll go down up from pink to green back to pink. So now I was going to try and show a concurrent. I was going to add another one and then do a little spinner on my pop bumper, but it was not playing well. So I was going to skip that. But what I'll show you is you can actually save a set, right? A set is what we just created. There's two sequences. So you can save a set. And if you save a set, it opens up this folder full of sets. And I can call this, I think I already put it in here, pink, green, wipe. There, now it's saved a set. So if you ever want to use this same sequence again, but maybe change the colors, you can use actually I think you can open two at a time. Let's just open it. So we'll open another one. And let's say we want to use it for the full or just GI. Open GI. So now see how the lights are all in different spots. I got my apron lights. You can load the set, pink, green, wipe. Now this one has that same animation, but you're like, oh, you know what? I want it completely red. And I want it to go to no light at all. So it'll turn off the lights as it goes. We'd have to go to segment 2, and then we'll change this to red and this to black. Now it's just the red light fading up and down. So that's how the sets work. If you do something and you're like, oh, I want to save that for another one. Okay, so we don't care about that. The only way to get out is escape. Key yes. All right, so here we're back to this one now. So we like how that looks. Kind of goes through. So now it says on here P shift. P shift doesn't do it for me. I have to actually do shift P. And what that'll do, it'll populate in this main body folder right here, YAML 5. So if you open this, here's your light show up and down with show version 6. So we're going to take this, we're going to copy it or cut it. Let's cut it. Let's get it out of here. This is a mess. Since it's for Dragon, we're going to put it in here, paste it, and we'll change it to, see, we have pink, green, wipe already. So I'm not going to even save it because it's already on there. So it's already there. All right, so you take this, copy this, you go to your game folder, and I want to use this in my mode, number lanes, make a shows folder if you don't have one, and plop it in here. So here's my pink, green, wipe show, along with these pop ones. Okay. In your game mode, here's our mode. You need show player, And what I have here is I just did a little accrual. So when you hit all three of the pop bumpers, well, there's three switches that light the three pop bumpers. But once you light all three pop bumpers, it creates a special award. So the whole point is once you get all three, all the pop bumpers are lit, and that's when we want the show to happen. And if you don't know, -1 is continuous. It'll just keep looping over and over. So when you light these pop bumpers, they just stay lit for the whole ball. Once the end of ball happens, then these ones shut off. So this one, I only want it to happen a couple times, just basically a flash. Once you get all these, good job. Here's a little light show to congratulate you. So call your event, put in your speed, change your speed, however you want it. And then come to MPF. We're going to do -B. We don't want to run Godot right now. So we can start our game. So now when I hit 1, it's going to light pop bumper 1. Hit 3, light pop bumper 3. And now when I hit 5, it'll light 5 and it will do our show of pink to green to green to pink. And there you go. And now another thing you can do. So if we have this show, I think actually I'm just going to exit out of here because it's not working well, in my opinion. Like I said, I think there's something wrong now with the newest version. It's not playing well. So we're gonna open another one. We're gonna do the same thing. Play field. So I thought it would be fun to maybe have something go across the pop bumpers too, since that's actually what you did. You got all those going. Let's just change this to, see, I don't know if that's gonna work. This is where if you have, did I just have one with my pop bumpers? No GI logo. GI no pops. Nope. All right, we'll just find something simple then. Maybe a square. Is there a square in here? This dot will probably work okay. So we're going to grow it by using both scales, so C, so Control C. And now this is big enough, it should encapsulate, we better go a little bit bigger. So I want it to encapsulate all these, but not hit any other lights. And then we'll do the same thing. I think we'll do pink. There's a lot of pink on this game. And yeah, let's do green again, actually. So now start, we're going to copy segment. Or no, we're going to copy current, go to finish, paste, bring this over here. And then we're going to copy segment up, add the segment, paste the segment, reverse the segment, follows instead of concurrent, and then swap the colors. Pink for this one, and green for this one. So now when we hit play, it just boops back and forth across those, and I can tell right now we should actually go past a little bit on that finish, and on this start, and on this start, and on this finish. That way it pauses and hangs out a little bit on those lights. All right, so now we're going to do Shift P. And that should give us a new show in here, show 5. And now what's going to happen is in this folder, I left that other one. Let's delete that one. Paste this one, and we'll just call it pink, green, pops. Copy that. We'll go into our shows, paste it in here. Go to our code. And so since we have the same event that is triggering it, we can actually just add this right in line with, oh, that is not what we want. We need the name, colon. And we'll just do the same speed and everything as we have. See how it looks. Probably will be fine. Save. And go test it. Let's get this out of here. Start your game. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Now that there's a little white back and forth color and they're up and down. There you go. That's how you do the old show creator. And like I said, I don't know why it's not. So if I do new segment here, yeah, it's not showing anything. It's showing me that I'm moving something, but there's nothing to move. So I guess every time you need to add a segment, you're going to have to copy your current one and then paste it and then change your shape if you want, and then hope that it doesn't get weird. There you go.